Hey everybody, this is Chris from Night of the Living Card Games. Recording again from a CCC cabin down in Tennessee. We finished off Magog in the first scenario of the Mojo campaign, and so now we're taking on Spiral. Because I won, I did the little thing where I get to get an upgrade or support and start with it in play for additional threat, so I grabbed a mirror for an additional 1 threat. So Spiral is out. I've got Wild Mojo is the environment that came up first, and so each enemy gets overkill, and when a character takes damage, increase that damage by 1. Right, everything else is shuffled and set up, so let's see what cards I get. 4, 5, and 6. Sneak by, big hands, wiggle room, sneak by, genius, and clear the area. Alright, well, we're going to keep one of the sneak buys. I'll keep wiggle room. We'll keep genius. I'll keep clear the area too. Why not? Draw 2 more, which is Dazzler and Concussive Blow. Alright. I'm going to start by using Miss Marvel's ability. First card on top is a sneak by. I'm going to use a mirror. I'm going to put sneak by on the bottom because the rest of my sneak bys are in my hand. Draw 1, which is Concussive Blow. All right. So we are going to flip ourselves up. All right, let's start by Concussive Blow. Clear the area off the main. Okay, and then it removes the last threat, so I get to draw a card, which is Ironheart. I'm not gonna pull that back to my hand. Instead, enough for everything. No. All right, so I'm gonna spend sneak by and a concussive blow. I'm gonna spend those to pay for sneak by. So I'm gonna remove 3 threat from the search for Spiral. So force response, after the last threat is here, the player who removed that threat reveals the top card of the show deck and places 3 threat here. Okay, so here's my show deck. Top card is the Mojo Files. So this goes away, and now each minion gains Quick Strike, and each ally takes -1 consequential damage for a minion. Okay, so I'm going to pull that back to my hand, and we are then going to spend Ironheart, Genius, and that sneak by to get Dazzler down. She comes into play, so she... Oh, you know what? That's right. Spiral in this form doesn't attack. She just schemes. So, do I care about that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me backtrack that a little bit here. No, I don't think I do. Yeah, let's spend Genius to get an Ironheart out, which draws me a card. Just Bruno. I am then going to spend Dazzler and Bruno to play Sneak By again. Remove 3 threat. See what the top card is. It is Cornered. So Cornered, when revealed, flip Spiral to her cornered side and reveal the top card of the show deck. Shuffle this card and then shuffle this card into the show deck. This effect cannot be canceled. So we get a game of Mojo now. So each player gets +1 hand size, and it is an amplify icon. When revealed, discard each other's setting. Yeah, that's fine. All right, so search for Spiral comes back out at 3. Reshuffling up the environment deck. Okay, well, I guess Ironheart's gonna punch for 1. All right, myself up. I'm going to keep wiggle room, and I get a +1 hand size. So, Sense of Justice, lay down the law, mobile bunker, sonic rifle, and go for champions. Okay. Alright, so we get 1 on the main. She comes to attack. I'm going to take it. So 1 star, which is put this card into play. So we've got a fetch quest, which is a 6 threat per player side scheme. And when defeated, each player may search their deck for a card and play that card for free. Alright, so she is attacking for 1. And then effectively 2, I'm going to wiggle room out of it, no damage. Draws me into another wiggle room. And then, because she activated, she gets a teleportation counter on her. Okay, now we get 1 encounter card, which is Spiral Swords. Attach to Spiral, she gets +1 attack for each sword counter on here. And then hero action, if she's cornered, spend 2 fist resources and remove 1 sword counter from this. And that is very unfortunate. That makes her very unpleasant to go against. Alright, but it is what it is, so my turn now. Okay, unfortunately, I don't really have any cards in my hand that are going to help out this situation. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to spend wiggle room, Sense of Justice, and lay down the law to get out a sonic rifle, which I'm then going to use to confuse Spiral. Ironheart will knock herself out, doing a damage. I am going to actually, I'm going to spend Champion's Mobile Bunker and go for Champions as 2 fist resources to take 1 of those counters off her sword. And then, what am I going to do? Am I going to remove a threat, or am I going to do a damage? I'll do a damage. And then I'm going to flip down. Then I'm going to go look for a Miss Marvel card, which I found right away. Amir. Let's put go for Champions down, and we draw into a suit, which I will then use Shrink to get my suit down, and that'll be my turn. So we still get +1 hand size, so I'm drawing 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Red Dagger, Strength, Lay Down the Law, Wiccan, Turn the Tide, Multitasking, and Nick Fury. That is really, really handy. Okay. So we get 1 on the main. So it is a 2 of 15. Spiral is confused, so she does not scheme, and she does not activate, so she does not get a teleportation counter. This is The Show Must Go On. When revealed, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a card from the same encounter set as the show environment and deal that card as a face down encounter card. So I need to find one from the fantasy environment and then deal it to myself. Okay, let me see what we got here. Sorry, just checking my hand here. I don't like that one either. I don't want the dragon. I apologize, folks, for taking so long. It's just a matter of finding the least awful of them. Okay. If I take the goblin, he surges. That's a problem. If I take mana drain, I will be forced to get rid of some really good stuff. Alright, but I'm going to do it anyway. Alright, so that's my face down encounter card. Shuffle this back up. Face down encounter card, mana drain, revealed, choose a non-wild resource type, and then each player must then draw 2 cards, and each player must discard cards of that resource type. So as painful as it is, since I got strength in my hand, I still, though, am going to take physical because the other cards are more important to me. So I get to draw 2 cards, Nakia, and turn the tide. Oh, that's really good. That's worth it. Discard that. All right. So let us do Kamal's ability first. And I found an Embiggen. And then we'll do Amir's ability. Let's put that strength right back on the bottom. And draw a card into energy. You don't say. Okay, so... Alright. Let's do a few things here first. So first I'm going to use Wiccan to pay for Nakia. I'm going to use Nakia and Red Dagger. Nakia, Energy, and Red Dagger to play Nick Fury, who draws me 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. And I have no idea why I exhausted Miss Marvel. She's not exhausted. Right. We are now going to spend Big Hands and Professor X to get an Embiggen down. Move that over there. And just because I'm going to play Skilled Investigator. Okay, so we are going to flip up. In doing so, we are going to use my suit to play Lay Down the Law. Actually, before I do that, because that is going to be 4, I'm going to have Nick Fury actually remove 2 threat from here, taking that down to 4. Now we're going to flip up. We're going to use our suit to play Lay Down the Law. I get to remove 4. Okay. So, I defeated this. When defeated, each player may search their deck for a card and play that card for free. So, let's do that first. Let's go all in on the damage. So, unfortunately, it's only deck, not the discard pile, so not great timing on that, but that's okay. I'll get Spider-Man in, and I get to play him for free, so I get to choose thwart or attack to give him +2. I will take attack. Actually, hang on a second. So that was that. I'm still in the same defeated a side scheme window. I removed the last threat, so I'm going to play Turn the Tide with Embiggen. So that is 5 damage. And then I'm going to bring that to my hand. And I'm going to play it again for 3 damage. 3, taking her down to 2. And same window, I've got another Turn the Tide. Okay. So, We defeated stage 1 of Spiral. So stage 2 of Spiral comes in and she has 15 hit points. And now she just needs 2 teleport counters to flip over. And because I defeated a side scheme, Skilled Investigator allows me to draw a card, which is Sneak By. Right, and now, since Spider-Man's in play, he has the +2 attack. He is going to attack for 4. Alright. I'm not going to use my Sonic Rifle because I'm going to wait till she flips. Alright. That was it. I do so love Miss Marvel, even if her turns get a little crazy. And now we'll draw up, and I still get a +1 hand size. So Strength, Sonic Rifle, Clear the Area, Big Hands, and Endurance. Alright. Get another threat on the main. She comes to attack. Nick Fury is going to defend. So she's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nick Fury does not make it. Thanks, Nick. And now she gets a second teleportation counter, which remove all of them and flip her. So she is back on her hidden side. Right, and now our encounter card is a Troll. Troll comes in with toughness, and he takes 1 additional damage for each card with a printed mental resource. Alright, so first things first, on my turn, we're going to exhaust and use the last charge off of... Actually, no, we don't want to do that quite yet. Sorry. Okay, let us spend 2 to Sneak By 3 threat off of this. So, for the top card, it is Mojo Files. So everybody gains Quick Strike. Glad that guy was out first. And then we put 3 on here. I am then, you know what, I'm going to do the hero action to take 2 damage, taking me down to 8, to remove 3 threat from here. So let us, oh, there we go, cornered. So we put in Mojo, the Wild Mojo, so each enemy gets overkill. And when a character takes damage, increase that by 1. But we were able to flip her back to her cornered side so we can start doing some attacks. Okay, so first things first, now that we've got her, we're going to spend the last charge off of Sonic Rifle to confuse her. We are going to have Miles punch for 2, taking her down to 9. We are going to use Endurance and Bio-Connect Polymer Suit to play an Embiggen Big Hands, deal 4 damage. 6 damage, 1, so that takes her down to 3. We're then going to pull Big Hands up, and then we're going to clear the area and Sonic Rifle to deal 4 damage to Spiral. And boom. Miss Marvel has now defeated Spiral as well. Alright, well, that was fun as well. So thanks for everybody for watching. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe if you want to see more of these. Hit the comment button for any kind of comments or any games you want to see in the future. Hopefully the video on here worked okay. A little different setup, obviously, than I'm used to. But I hope you enjoyed this Scenario 2 through the Mini Mojo campaign with Miss Marvel Justice finding and defeating Spiral so we can take on Mojo next. All right, thanks everybody. Have a great night.